About to do a bloody press conference. Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. Here we go. Amrabat is a Manchester United player. It's all going off here. We were just getting ready for an Erik Ten Hag press conference, which is actually just starting. So we'll give you Erik Ten Hag's press conference reaction as it comes in. But Amrabat is a here we go from Fabrizio Romano, so you can take that to the bank and cash it. No, and it's not going to bounce. That cheque ain't going to bounce anybody at last. Manchester United have got this deal done. Now, we're still waiting for clarity on what type of deal it is. I was told about an hour ago that Amrabat had said his goodbyes to Fiorentina and was on his way to Manchester, that Manchester United were looking at a loan deal with the potential of buying him next summer. So I'm expecting a loan deal, but Fabrizio hasn't confirmed that. What Fabrizio has said is that Sofyan Amrabat to Manchester United, here we go, 7 minutes ago, agreement in place, more to follow. He's then said Sofyan Amrabat is on his way to do his medical tests as a new Manchester United player after an agreement's been reached. Deal sealed between the clubs. That's where we are at the moment. So Amrabat is a Manchester United player. That deal has been done. I said this. They've been sat on this deal for a while. They've been waiting to do it on transfer deadline day, and Manchester United have delivered what many of us expected would happen, although I do understand that there are people out there that would be quite concerned of Man United dropping the ball on such a significant deal. But we will have Erik Ten Hag's press conference reaction coming in, but we have got this deal done. Now, we will obviously be live with you from 2 o'clock till 11 o'clock tonight for the transfer deadline day show that we do every year on the United Stand. Will there be any more business for Manchester United to do? Well, look, there is still time. I would suspect not. I think we'd be talking about people coming out of the club more than coming into the club. But Manchester United have got Amrabat. Get in Amrabat, says Carmine. Look, I think it's really important to, be able to play both sides here. Manchester United Football Club is the club that we love. The way that Manchester United Football Club is being run, we hate. There is a 6 p.m. protest at Old Trafford again today. And these things are so important because I believe that this summer transfer window has been catastrophic. The fact that the Glazers still here is so dangerous. The way that Richard Arnold has conducted decisions around this club have been dreadful. The club is a joke. But do you want to watch the house burn, or do you want to see somebody throwing water on it? And the house is burning at Old Trafford. There's no doubt about that. But I did not, and don't want Manchester United not to sign Amrabat just so things can get worse and worse and worse. I want us to sign Amrabat because it's really important that we have a player of that skill set in that midfield. Casemiro is the only defensive midfielder that we've got. Scott McTominay goes hiding. Fred's gone to Turkey. Donny's leaving. Eriksen and Mount can't do it, or Bruno. So you need, and Mainoo's injured. So you need somebody who can do that job. And Amrabat may flop. He may be an absolute revelation. But he does give us a player, 27 years of age, experienced in and around that area, tenacious. I think it won't be that hard for him to become a fan favourite. I mean, look, even if he flops, I think it'd be like Fred, somebody who gives absolutely everything and fans can warm to. Hopefully he'll be better than Fred. Hopefully he'll be a real success at Manchester United. But he certainly gives us tenacity in the midfield. He picks up a lot of yellow cards. He is physical. He's got a great engine. And more importantly, I think what people will be impressed with him if it works is his ability to transition play quickly from the midfield into the final third. His passing range is really, really good. He can carry the ball. There's every reason. Obviously, he's played with Ten Hag before. There's every reason that that he can be a real success at Manchester United, and we need that. And also, Amrabat and Højlund on the bench. How does that help versus Arsenal? I mean, Mark, that's the next logical step, isn't it? Will Amrabat be on the bench for Arsenal? I think it would be a major contradiction in the way that Erik Ten Hag has managed this football club to put Amrabat on the bench against Arsenal. He's obviously maintained his fitness, but as we understand it, he hasn't actually been training with the first team, and he's not been playing pre-season games. So I don't know how he'd be fit enough to throw in. This is what Fabrizio's got to say on the deal itself. Amrabat, new Manchester United player. Here we go. It's a loan deal. What are your thoughts on that? A loan deal, €10 million fee, plus buy clause for June 2024 worth 20 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons. Man United want Sofiane to stay on the long term, and he's on his way to Manchester. I mean, that is just a money-saving exercise. And I mean, I think we're all past moaning when it's a new signing coming in, but United just haven't got any money. Like, I mean, I don't want to dwell on this, but we haven't got any money. And that is why we can't pay 25 million euros for a player. That is why we're giving them a loan fee of 10 million euros. And then there's a buy clause. Is it an obligation to buy? Is it an option to buy? That will come out. But reading it again, the loan deal is 10 million euros. And then it's an option to buy for 20 million euros with 5 million euros add-on. So effectively, if everything goes to plan, it's a 30 million euro deal with 5 million in add-ons, which is about 30 million pounds all in. So we're gonna pay Fiorentina 10 million euros now, which is about 7 or 8 million, isn't it? And then next summer when we buy him, if we buy him, it's another 20 million euros and 5 million in add-ons. So, you know, you question why we couldn't get that deal done 2 months ago, of course. But on the other hand, it has been done now. He is a Manchester United player. We can rest and just go, at least we've got somebody in that midfield. Now João Felix says CD. Look, I think that I probably expected that this deal was going to be officially announced by Manchester United at 8 o'clock tonight. Remember, this is not official. This is here we go from Fabrizio. So United might not do this deal officially until tonight. In which case, I doubt there'll be anything else. Mark, it's clear they waited. Now it's a deadline day miracle, says Liam. Well, that's the spin. That's the spin. That, you know, keep the deal until the last day of the window and then it's a positive thing. But, you know, the issue is Spurs are going to spend £40 million on Brennan Johnson. Man City have just bought Nunez. Like, it's not even the best day of transfer. It's not even going to be the best deal of transfer deadline day, is it? So we just needed to get this deal through. We needed a midfielder into the midfield. I still think we're light in midfield, but at least it gives us something. ICAM says, isn't a loan deal a bit of a joke? It is what it is. You know, it's not a great deal to get somebody like that in on loan. But with the option to buy, and I'm sure United will have it in writing, we can buy him next summer. This is viewed as a long-term deal for Manchester United and Erik ten Hag. The problem is we can't and have not got... Look, the bottom line is, I said back in May, keep the receipts, Manchester United will spend £200 million this summer. And that was the plan. And that's why I said it. Keep the receipts because we've actually spent £170 million. With 175 if you add the goalkeeper in. So we're 25 million short. And that 25 million short is because we haven't sold McTominay and we haven't sold Maguire. So ultimately that's why United haven't spent £200 million because they haven't got it. They can't buy Amrabat now because they haven't got the money. So what they've had to do to Fiorentina is say, we haven't got the money now. We'll give you a little bit now as a loan deal. And then next summer we'll give you the rest. United are broke. They've ran out. Well, they're not broke because we've spent money on Mount and Onana, but we ran out of money. The expectation was after Onana and Højlund, we would sell McTominay and Maguire and raise another 70, 60, 50 million quid. Obviously, we rejected that. That's our own fault. But that's why we've had to do Amrabat as a loan deal because we just don't... The honest answer is if you don't like Amrabat on loan with an option to buy, it's because we haven't got 25 million quid to buy him now.